So he gets the deal. And why the name Illmatic?
Illmatic Ice. You know, they got these terms in Queensbridge that people will never know. Mega this, rapper this, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just, yo, son, that's mega. Like, you so, like, Illmatic, like, yo, son, that's Illmatic. You know, kind of thing. Like, they got sayings out there, like personal, like, hood sayings and shit. Like, coin phrases type shit.
Now, you're not officially the executive producer of Illmatic, but you kind of were.
You know what I'm saying? There's always a higher level. There's always a lot higher level. So I know what God, you know what I'm saying? I know what God, I know God is good.
And the first song recorded for Illmatic was?
Halftime.
Halftime.
Yeah, Halftime.
Okay.
Definitely.
So at that point, he wasn't working with all these different producers.
No.
This was just
Nas
and Large Professor.
Yeah, Large Professor.
And I just want to point out that what makes Illmatic kind of interesting, and correct me if I'm wrong, before Illmatic, a rapper would work with one producer, right? Marley Marl and his whole crew of people, Marley would do that whole album.
No, but Kane was working with an assortment of
he
producers.
Was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kane was working on an assortment before then. Prince Paul, the one where you had Easy Mo B, Prince Paul.
Okay.
A bunch of, but it was more, for people to stick with one producer.
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah.
So you guys start working on Illmatic. Halftime was the first song. But I guess Nas wanted to work with some other producers as well, and you were already, real cool with all the rest of these other guys as well. So you were kind of helping.
Yeah, it was like, yo, like one day we were chilling in the rush and, I'm cutting up records and he was like, man, you think Q-Tip won't work with me? I'm like, hell fucking yeah. Like, he asked about you the other day and she was like, yo, all right, so, and, we wound up over at Fife's crib and in the basement and Tip's like, yo, if we work, we're going to use this record, and he plays the record for One Love. I'm like, oh man, this is crazy right now.
Right, then Pete Rock comes in.
Yeah, Pete Rock, but Pete Rock was like, he was already like we would go up to, hanging out was already out. So it's like, go up to see Pete Rock, and they're hanging out. Like, I'll be up in Mount Vernon type shit. So that was already like tradition, go see Pete.
Right, he did what, The World Is Yours?
He did The World Is Yours, yeah.
Right. And then DJ Premier comes in.
New York State of Mind, Nas.
Ooh, that's my favorite. I listen to that over and over again. The way the drums and the build up of it. And I'm going to say that's my favorite record that you've ever done.
And him just writing it.
Yeah.
And you hear him say, I don't know how to start this.
Yeah.
Because he's looking going, I don't know how to start this. And I'm counting going 2, 3, so he goes, yo, rappers and everything. So we're just looking at him like stunned, this little youngster. And we're stunned like, rappers on monkey flipping with the funky rhythm I be kicking.
Flipping composition.
And he did the whole first verse in one take. So then he finished it, the first verse, and he goes, how was that? Was it okay? All shy and shit. We like, yo, man. Wait till people hear this shit. Like, we were like, yo, man. Like.
And, and I just got to keep it 100 with you. New York State of Mind is my favorite Nas song, period. Of any album, any appearance.
That shit captured the whole, everything of all levels of hip hop, graffiti, grime, all of that, man, crime, all of that shit, man. And when I heard it, I was like, man, this is like, it's crazy. So definitely.
Yeah, New York State of Mind is something that I still listen to this day.
Yeah.
It so puts you right there into the Queensbridge projects.
Or
even though I had never been there before, I'd never been there to this day, but it so puts you into that environment visually with what he was saying, and that beat was something else.
Crazy.
Okay, so but you did a few tracks on there. You also did One Time for Your Mind.
Yeah, that was a little miscellaneous joint that we had. That was cool.
And It Ain't Hard to Tell.
It Ain't Hard to Tell.
Which was his first single?
Yes.
Okay. That was a Michael Jackson sample?
That was Human Nature.
How hard was that to clear?
Well, I mean, I thought it might have been easy because he was on Sony and that was a Sony record. So
still, that's
Michael
Epic,
Jackson. Epic, yeah. Nah, I'm thinking, the industry is owned and ran and commanded by all the same, so that type of shit. I ain't even getting into it. Like, it got done though. That's the whole bottom line. To
Okay.
it, though.
Did Mike take all the publishing for that?
I don't know, man. I know 15 albums later, Nas is chilling. You know what I'm saying? And you know, hey,
So, you guys are putting together Illmatic. And as you're putting it together, as it's getting close to completion, do you have any idea what's on your hands?
no, I mean, well, we knew from the start, man. We was aiming high from the start, and just on the potency level, like just the art, you know what I'm saying? But when it did shape up, it was like, yo, we gonna get him. Like, I definitely, especially when I heard like Big Bro, like Preem, you know, yo, oh man, you, and I'm more to Nas, like, yo, you about to get him. Like, yo, you getting ready to be good. Like, so, yeah.
So, Illmatic comes out, and it becomes just the biggest thing ever. And, you know, it didn't do huge numbers in the beginning because the bootlegging, once again. The bootlegging on Illmatic, I heard, was on a whole different level.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, that was right in the heart of the, I think, like, bootlegging, like skyrocketed off of Illmatic type shit. Like, it's, all of that, oh my God, man. It was the demo, too, so it was an inside job, because I heard, like, a lot of people had the demo, like, the company cassette type joint, so, you know.
Okay. Was your business good by that time in terms of getting your proper production credit and money and everything
absolutely,
else like that?
Yeah,
So you-
definitely. Nas, that, you know, it was great, man, because he was really in his thing now. It was like the money was up, you know, and it was like, yo, man, what's good, man? You need something, you know, that type of shit. Like,
Right. And it comes out and it's, you know, still considered one of the best hip hop albums of all time. If not,
one of the best New York hip hop.
Yeah, well, it's one of these, what I consider perfect albums from beginning to end. Just an absolutely perfect album where every song sounds very different. The intro was bananas. Was it Wild Style?
The Wild Style.
The Wild Style
yeah.
intro.
Yeah.
You know, uses a little main source.
Yeah.
You know, live the barbecue sample.
I mean, even him, I remember going to his rest and, you know, we chilling and he's like, yo, this is the flick I'm going to use for the album cover. And he had it under a piece of glass. And I guess when he went to go grab it, you know, the glass must have stuck right there. So that's the rip right there because he had that flick. As, you know, the flick of him in Jungle, or it was under the glass. So that's the rip right there and shit. Word. I was like, yo, he had like the whole thing conceptualized. Like, yo, I'm going to use this flick. Yo, I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to wear this type shit. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that comes out, and AZ's the only guest appearance on the whole thing, which was interesting as well, because I'm sure everyone wanted to jump on that album.
Yeah, definitely.
But AZ, who's completely unknown at that point.
Yeah. Now, he was already working with Pete Rock, because they had him up in Mount Vernon.
Right, but he wasn't known to the rest of the world.
Yeah. Word, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had him up at MCA. Yeah.
Right, and Life's a Bitch, like, it's hard to say who really ripped it on that one, because both the verses were so good that they were really neck and neck on that song.
But Nas, you know, since it was his album, he made it more special. Like, you know, I woke up early on my born day, 20, it's a blessing, the essence of adolescence. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Abe spoke on a broader level, like, you know, about the world. Nas just took it like and just like, yo, nah, this is me right here. Like,